Imagine this, the airport was buzzing like any other day. Travelers rushed, suitcases rolled, announcements echoed across the speakers. But suddenly, everything froze. People gasped, cameras flashed, and whispers filled the air. Why? Because standing right there, side by side, were none other than Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, together, for the first time in what felt like forever. The moment was so unexpected that even the airport staff paused, stunned by the sight. No one could have predicted this, two of the most talked about stars, walking calmly yet confidently through the arrival gate. It was like a scene straight out of a movie. Fans who happened to be there couldn't believe their luck. Some even screamed in shock, not out of disrespect, but out of pure excitement. For years, people had speculated whether these two would ever be seen in the same place again. Rumors, silence, and endless debates had left fans wondering if fate had pulled them apart forever. Yet here they were, appearing as if the universe had decided to surprise everyone all at once. And the energy in that moment? It was electric. Phones were pulled out instantly, videos started streaming online, and social media exploded within minutes. Wang Yibo walked with his usual cool confidence, head slightly tilted down, hands in his pockets, dressed in casual streetwear that made him look effortlessly stylish. Xiao Zhan, on the other hand, radiated elegance. He wore a simple but perfectly fitted outfit, smiling warmly as though he knew exactly how much this moment meant to the people watching. The contrast between their styles made them stand out even more, like two forces balancing each other. But what shocked everyone wasn't just that they were there. It was how natural they looked together. No awkwardness, no forced distance. Just two men who seemed comfortable in each other's presence, as though no time had passed at all. Fans immediately began whispering. Was this a coincidence, or was there something bigger happening behind the scenes? As they moved through the crowd, something even more surprising happened. Xiao Zhan noticed a fan struggling to get a good photo. Without hesitation, he waved warmly and even adjusted his pace so the fan could capture a clear shot. The fan nearly burst into tears, whispering, "This is the best day of my life." Wang Yibo, ever the reserved one, gave a subtle nod that sent a ripple of cheers through the crowd. That single nod was enough to set the internet ablaze. The atmosphere grew more intense when a group of fans began chanting their names. Instead of ignoring it, both Yibo and Xiao Zhan looked at each other briefly, just a glance, but powerful enough to send fans into overdrive. That look carried history, friendship, and something unspoken that words couldn't capture. It was the kind of glance that millions would replay again and again in slow motion, trying to decipher its meaning. Airport security tried to maintain order, but even they couldn't hide their own surprise. After all, it wasn't every day that two of the biggest stars walked through the same terminal at the same time, side by side, with hundreds of eyes watching. Some fans swore they saw a hint of a smile tugging at Wang Yibo's lips, a rare moment that only made the scene feel more surreal. By the time they reached the exit, the energy had shifted from shock to pure celebration. Strangers hugged each other, fans exchanged contact details just to share videos and photos, and hashtags began trending worldwide. Within an hour, news outlets had picked up the story, headlines screaming, "Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan reunite at airport, fans in frenzy." The biggest question, however, remained unanswered: why were they together? Was this a casual encounter? A secret project? Or the beginning of something fans had only dared to dream about? The speculation only fueled the fire, making the moment even more legendary. What's undeniable is this: for those who witnessed it, the airport scene wasn't just about two celebrities passing through. It was about history being made in real time, a moment that blurred the line between reality and dream. And whether planned or unexpected, it proved one thing: when Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan appear together, the world stops to watch. So, imagine being there. Imagine standing in that terminal, hearing the gasps, feeling the rush of excitement, seeing the flash of cameras as two icons walked by. That's the kind of memory that stays with you forever. And for fans across the globe, even just watching from a screen, it was a reminder of why these two hold such a special place in so many hearts. Because sometimes, all it takes is a single moment, one shocking, unforgettable appearance, to remind everyone that legends never fade. And Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan just gave the world a moment that will be remembered for years to come. Some fans believed this airport encounter wasn't accidental at all. The timing was too perfect, the way they walked in sync too natural, and the calmness in their expressions too telling. People began to speculate that maybe, just maybe, something bigger was unfolding behind closed doors. Was this the start of a long-awaited collaboration? A new project? Or was it simply a rare but precious moment of two friends reconnecting? What made the scene even more powerful was how the energy of the crowd seemed to change the atmosphere of the entire airport. Strangers who had no idea who Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan were suddenly found themselves caught up in the excitement, pulling out their phones and asking nearby fans what was happening. Within minutes, even those who weren't fans became part of the story, swept up in the sheer magnitude of the moment. By the time the two stars reached the car waiting for them outside, the tension was at its peak. Fans leaned forward, desperate to see one more gesture, one more smile, one more glance. And then, right before stepping into the vehicle, Xiao Zhan turned around and gave the crowd a wave, warm, genuine, and unforgettable. But the truly shocking part? Wang Yibo, known for his quiet and reserved personality, actually did the same. His wave was subtle, almost hesitant, but enough to send the crowd into absolute chaos. People screamed. Tears streamed down cheeks. Phones shook as they tried to capture every second. That tiny gesture was enough to ignite a wildfire of emotion online. By the end of the day, clips of the airport sighting had reached millions of views across every platform. Fans captioned the videos with words like unreal, legendary, and a moment that will never be forgotten. And here's what truly makes it unforgettable: this wasn't a staged event, a red carpet, or a press conference. It was an ordinary day at an ordinary airport. No script, no announcement, no warning. Just reality unfolding in the most extraordinary way. That's why it hit so hard. That's why it felt so shocking. For those who love Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, this moment wasn't just about seeing their favorite stars. It was about hope. Hope that despite silence, distance, or rumors, true bonds don't fade. Hope that sometimes, even the most unexpected moments can bring back the feeling fans had when they first discovered them. As the cars pulled away and the airport slowly returned to normal, many fans stood frozen, still processing what they had just witnessed. Some laughed, some cried, and some simply stared at the doors where the two had walked through, as if waiting for them to reappear. Because when history happens in front of your eyes, it's hard to let it go so quickly. By the next morning, major entertainment outlets had flooded with coverage. Analysts debated what the sighting could mean, while fans across the world replayed the clips over and over.